Acha. So all these world famous people in our time who did something noble for mankind.
Mhm.
And the spirit in the past, when all they come, they are million and billion actually. They have to sit silence actually. And then they have to go different dimension. According to my teaching, has different spiritual dimension.
I also saw one time we were in one. I was in one neutral dimension or middle dimension, and people were preparing themselves because they said Prophet Zaid Khan is coming and God are coming in this dimension, and everyone was excited. There were buses because I saw there were clouds in the sky, but those clouds were dispersing. So this dimension was getting ready for them to come, both of them. So in spiritual life, that's a completely other story. Here, sometimes on street, people don't even want to talk to him, but there, everyone wants to talk to him because they know his value and they know what kind of spirit he has and what kind of value he has in the eyes of God.
Yes. This thing will be changed 180 degrees in spiritual world. Okay, now I want to tell you something very special. In spiritual world, Prophet has one star, most of Prophet.
Mhm. Like military, when you have one star, when you have two star, you are higher, and three, etc.
Yes.
And until now, 25 million, the history of mankind. They have a 2 star until 4 star. This is the highest event. What do you think? How many stars I have?
Uncountable.
No, any son should give the answer.
How many stars he has?
Prophet, you have until now, even Jesus, 2, 1, 3, 4 as the highest,
What's the maximum?
maximum.
How many stars he has? Because Prophet so far in billions of years they only could get 4 stars, including Jesus.
Okay.
What do you think? How many stars Messiah Zaid Khan has?
अबू बकर साहब आप भी सोचें कितने हैं सितारे?
हुजूर अनगिनत होंगे ये तो,
हैं जी?
अनगिनत होंगे, अनगिनत।
अनगिनत तो नहीं, लेकिन वैसे ही पता है।
21 है जी।
हैं जी?
अंदाजा है जी, पता नहीं क्यों कह दिए मैंने 21 स्टार।
नहीं, I have.
She wanna say something. How many?
How many?
She said 7.
Well, she has a good guess. But I have a 12 star in my Chrome.
Wow.
12 star, and this Chrome, God was using, and then God put on my head actually.
I think there's one story in True Moments about this.
What it is? Yes, there's one story.
Yeah, in True Moments, a conversation with God.
Okay, that didn't come through yet, but it must be the year.
I will take a look.
That's why very important. You should read my all books actually.
Yes.
Give the effort. सारी किताबें मेरी पढ़े.
I tell you when I found it.
Okay, no problem. 12 star, and this crown which I have, this was a God crown, and then he put on my head, and then he put 12 star actually. So you can imagine when the Prophet come in front of me, how they behave. When they are doing like this now, they even can look at my, yes, when they do it, they cannot look at in my eyes even. This is the value, the Adam who creating new family, new society, new nation and new world. And this old society, old nation, they will be decrease and will go increase actually. And then they disappear. And I am the only one in blue creation and golden creation which is a direct connected with God. जिसका सीधा ताल्लुक खुदा से है. Whoever come there, he has to use his small crown. Small one, this one. I have the largest, greatest crown in my head.
Yeah.
किसी के छोटे ताज, किसी के इतने, किसी के इतने. But I am the only one in God creation. When I go to God, I don't put the crown on my head actually.
Here. It's called God's Crown for the Sake of Love in True Moments, page 65. It's not a long story. It's one
Which true moment?
True Moments, yes. God.
Do I have Urdu also? And
Urdu?
in Urdu audio, did Prophet already recorded that one?
I don't know, because he has to tell you, because I don't know if he spoke about it.
Okay, no, because we got 20 chapters so far, and I would love to finish that and read that part too.
I have a special talent, Alison. After 5 minutes, I forget what I was talking. पांच मिनट के बाद पूछोगे मुझसे तो मैं सब कुछ भूल गया.
अहले दिल है ना आप.
हाँ जी, फिर शुरू करें. So whatever you ask me, you should remember. Otherwise,
Do you want me to read it? It's so long.
you can ask them.
Do you want me to read the story for you?
Yes.
That's good. Yes, please.
Yes. तर्जुमा करूं अबू बकर साहब?
जी मैं समझ लूंगा, उम्मीद करता हूँ मुझे समझ आ जाए.
You get one special audiobook just for this book, because I didn't make True Moments until now. We already have it in English, but for you I do it. God's Crown for the Sake of Love. One time while traveling in the blue heavens, I saw God flying to higher heavens in some distance. I flew behind God, but I could not catch him. I landed in one blue heaven where our Creator had passed by. I saw a crown on a colorful castle. There was so much light that one cannot keep its eyes on this crown. I landed nearby. I saw that something was written in angel language, which I could not read. I saw an angel landing on this castle. She smiled, came to me and said, "This is for you from God." This is also what we have on our, when we give books, on our poster, there's also written, "For you from God."
Special gift from God.
I asked her what was written on it. She answered, "This is God's handwriting, but I can translate it for you." It is written, "There was a time in the past of the dark eternity where love did not know when it will take its birth, but I was there. At that time I wrote in the dark eternity that when I will give a crown to the one before whom love will bow, this person will be the source where my living picture can be seen." I told her that this crown should belong to her or beings which are shining in God's love. She replied, "We are living in this mysterious and mystic love environment. Here it is a very natural process to grow in God's shining love, but where you come from, darkness and evil are dominating this earth. Many shining angels like me went to earth. They felt unbalanced and dizzy while being there. Many promised to change through their birth on earth. Many promised to change through their birth on earth this world and to transform it into a better one. However, when they were there, they even did not get to know the purpose of life. Even in this heaven where we are standing, there were 3 beings that had so much light. Millions of years they were in a bowing position and meditation to get peace inside of themselves. They were so special and unique that the beings of this heaven said to God, when they will go down and take birth, They will bring his world back and the dark environment will surrender.
Hmm.
They were born on Earth, but when they grew up, Satan influenced them. They changed their way of life and did not get to know the purpose of life. One of them became a homosexual, another fell extremely in love with a woman. Later on, when she left him, he took drugs and alcohol. The third one invested all his energy and intelligence in a business career. He was successful in the materialistic way of life. He had a lot of stress, but all the money and recognition could not make him happy. He felt very lonely. He tried to take away his loneliness by having many women. He could not find any woman who could love him. Instead, he used the beauty of women to fulfill the sexual desire of his body. He lost his trust in human beings and became the type of businessman who judges everything based on material values. At the end, he became very sick, got a heart attack and died. All three angels went to earth to transform the world, but instead they became fallen angels. After they died, they could not return to their heaven. Now they live in dark dimensions of hell and give and take and have a give and take with Lucifer. Nevertheless, a man like you who was born and lives in such an evil environment on earth could grow to love God so extremely. You came to know God, you came to know the purpose of life and the will of God to settle down with mankind. It is already a wonder and phenomenon before us that a spirit like you can cross billions and billions of dimensions to be here with the power of love. Therefore, our Creator has very deep love for such a spirit who could make it, and his love flows for the spirit. For this reason, this crown belongs to you.
Wow.
No problem.
उस क्राउन पे लिखा हुआ है कि ये खुदा की हैंड राइटिंग से कि जो भी ये पाएगा वो मैं होऊंगा, और खुदा ने कहा वो मैं होऊंगा और वो मैं होगा. God said, whoever will get this, but this is before he create any creation. When I will give this crown, God says, this person and I, God wrote with his hand, we will be one in love and one with light actually. This is this crown. Yes. This worldly aspect will pass away. You will meet me one time in spiritual world. Then you will recognize my value actually. And the real people who will recognize my value, third generation. Because they have a living relationship with God, they made God. And this world was transformed 180 degrees. So quick. So if we can lay the foundation, if Allison, you can bring 21 white people. These 21 white people, they're gonna bring by themselves 120 people.
Okay.
That's a law of spiritual world. 21 आदमी अगर ले आएंगे आप, तो वो 120 लोग और लेके आएंगे. ये कानून है रूह की दुनिया का. And this 120 people, you're not gonna bring, you only 21. And they're gonna bring 120. And when 120 people we have, they're gonna bring 365 people. This I'm telling you the order and the law of the spiritual world. तो वो 120 जो है वो 365 लोग खुद ही ले आएंगे. Okay.
Mm.
When 365 people you have, they're gonna bring 1,200 people. अगर 365 वो खुद ही लेके आएंगे, वही लोग फिर 100, 1,200, 1,200 लेके आएंगे. ये law and order by God and spiritual world. After this, they're gonna be confrontation. After this, we're gonna be famous, like I'm doing here in Germany, Europe. After this, there can be situation which we have to think about. What shall we do now? It's gonna be painful moment, and if we can make it, this number 12 cross came to Jesus, and he did not survive. But you are number, if you bring 12, I'm number 13. We will survive because we have a foundation of 50 years. हमने बुनियाद रखी है 50 साल की. Compared to the life of Jesus and laying the foundation. I have laid the foundation of society, lay the foundation of nation. Doesn't matter even they are negative against me. Yeah. Even they are negative, doesn't matter. But when you talk about Mr. Khan, yes, we know Mr. Khan. जो मैं पूछो ना, है खान को जान? Yes, we know. Even they are negative, doesn't matter. Yes. So that's the way we're gonna build this society. And South Africa, even you can bring 12 people, Ellison, this is enough for the foundation for the 40 people. 12 लोग ले आए तो 40 लोगों की फाउंडेशन बनती है. In the time of Jacob, they have only 73 family members.
Yeah, Jacob.
Jacob. Joseph brought them in the Egypt, in the city of Jeshurun. And over there, by time they increased 400,000 people. No, sorry, 600,000 people. So ये छोटे छोटे जो सर्कल हैं, ये आपको करना पड़ेगा. 21, 12, 21, 40, 100, 20. This Christ is our responsibility, this circle. ये सर्कल हमारी जिम्मेदारी है. अब देखो ना, मैं एक हूं, I'm the only one person. 50 years I'm fighting with the society. There's a one man show. मैं अकेला ही लड़ा हूं, लेकिन देखो मैंने क्या करके दिखाया. One man show. But look, one man show how far I went. Yes, because of God's love. Because I have seen God with my eyes. I have a living relationship with God. एक आदमी जिसका जिंदा ताल्लुक हो खुदा से, वो दुनिया को हिला देता है. One man who has a living relationship with God. When he speaks, his inspiration calling his heart, nothing can push you back actually. Yes. Baby never go down actually. He know this person. Even something happened to me, it doesn't matter. Next moment, I am with my beloved Heavenly Father. So what kind of fear is this? Yes. उसे पता होता है, जिंदा जिसका ताल्लुक हो, अगर हो भी गया तो अगली लम्हात में अपने खुदा के साथ हूँ. The statue of fear is push you back, it depress you, it makes you panic. What will happen when my family come to know? What will happen when my relative come to know? What about your family and your relative? They go in the hell actually. Yes? You want to go with them? You like to go with them? कि हमारे खानदान हमारी सोसाइटी को वो तो जहन्नम में जाएंगे. And if you take influence from relatives, from family, they go in the hell, but they're gonna do one favor, they're gonna take you with.
Yes. Always the case.
हाँ, एक काम तुम्हारे लिए कर देंगे, वो तुम्हें अपने साथ ले जाएंगे जहन्नम के अंदर. I am so inspired. Many special moments came when I saw death eye to eye. And I took a jump to give my life. But I'm still living. इतनी दफा मोमेंट आई कि मौत आमने सामने थी. मैंने छलांग मारी कि मैं इस आग में गिरकर फना हो जाऊं. पता नहीं क्या हुआ, खुदा ने फिर बचा लिया. लगता है खुदा और काम लेना चाहता है. And the last moment God saved my life. It means God wants that I should continue. Yeah. So I will tell you, Alison, and you, this world seems like a strong world, but inside is the weakest world.
Countless zeros. Countless zeros.
Countless zero.
If you add all zeros up, it's still a zero.
लगता है कि ये बड़ा ताकतवर लोग हैं, अंदर से खोखले हो गए. Here, okay, अबू बकर, आप ये जो हमारे काम के लोग हैं, यहाँ से तो इनको निकलना है क्योंकि ये जालिम कौम है, ये मार देंगे. लेकिन जब खुदा ऐसा मौका दे गया जहां पे आजादी होगी कुल्लू मकान की, वहां पर फिर अपने आप को छुपाना बेवकूफी है. Yes. So Pakistan, Islam is a world. They are killing machine. You know killing machine? And because of this, I'm telling you the astonished truth. Muhammad lost his light. Muhammad going down. Because he do not want to accept until now that his religion, God has wiped out actually. Not only Islam, Buddha no, Gautam Buddha no, his religion is end. Jesus no, Confucius no, Jain no, Christian no. But they're keeping silence, they don't know what to say, speechless. Muhammad is the only one he has a trouble. He don't want. सारे खामोश होकर बैठे, उन्हें पता है आप अगर बोले तो अगला कदम खुदा हमें ना पकड़ ले. एक ही है जिसको ट्रबल है, मुसीबत में है कि मेरी उम्मत का क्या होगा. मैंने एक दिन मोहम्मद से कहा, तू उम्मत की तूने रट लगाई हुई है, इंसानियत का क्या होगा. I said to Muhammad one time, you're talking about every time repeating my religion, my people. What about mankind? What about mankind? No. This is a blind love for his own religion. And he still believes that his religion can occupy the world. The only obstacle he has, Christianity. Christianity. Only obstacle, which is Christianity. Otherwise, Muhammad believes he can occupy the world. But he forget, even he can take over Christianity, but he cannot take over my teaching. Even he has full Christianity, but my teaching, his all second and third generation, and after in Islam, my current generation, they're gonna follow me. So what's gonna happen in Muhammad religion? Don't mess with God, okay? And don't mess with God heart. Don't mess around. हम कहते हैं ना खुदा के साथ टक्कर लेनी है और ना खुदा के दिल के साथ टक्कर लेनी है। हम जब भी जेल से निकलते हैं हम फिर खुदा का शुरू कर देते हैं, हम फिर वही छाबड़ी रख कर, तो ये तो हम 50 साल से आजमाए हुए हैं, मैं इनके तीरों तलवारों को जानता हूं। Okay, Alison getting tired. Was that? No, I can see. We always
उसने कल ना जी बटर चिकन बनाया था बड़ा स्पाइसी, तो खा के आज उसको हो रहा है पेट में अल्सर।
Doesn't matter if you're feeling not good, that's okay. And don't eat spicy chicken, yes? Eat European food, okay?
You will only get used to it when you eat it since childhood.
Yes. So what about Alison? You like other days we start? Because today I was talking totally different thing. This will be the last chapter for you, Bible study. After this, you're gonna ask me only questions. So you want to start another time? Just be free and just.
We can carry on today.
Okay.
Okay.
तो कहते हैं कि हम कैरी ऑन करेंगे।
Carry on.
जी।
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Go get some. Can you पानी का ग्लास पी ले जरा थोड़ा? You can go drink.
You can take 5 minutes, no problem. Okay. 10 minutes. I'm here. I'm not going any place.
Oh, thank you, Masai.
Okay, thank you.
Take a 10-15 minutes. हम कौन से यहाँ से जा रहे हैं?
जी शुक्रिया।
जब हम वक्त देते हैं तो मोसेस को पता है जब सेमिनार होते हैं वही तंग आके मैं तो I never stand up actually until late night actually. Yeah? मैं कहाँ उठता हूँ? हमारा ये पेशा है। जैसे अबू बकर साहब हैंडी बेचते हैं और हम खुदा की मोहब्बत को बेचते हैं। बेचते कहाँ है? मुफ्त देते हैं। तो हमने कहाँ जाना है? जीना यहाँ, मरना यहाँ, खुदा की तालीमात में, के सिवा जाना का। जब चाहो मुझको आवाज दो, हम हैं यहीं, हम हैं यहाँ। और फिर जब नूर मिल जाएगा हम फिर वापस आएंगे। मैं आपको जंतों के आम नहीं खाने दूंगा कि जंतों की रेंग रगेलियों में आ मेरे हमजोलिया खेले आंख मचोलिया, बागों में बहारों में। मैं आपका कान पकड़ के फिर नहीं चलाऊंगा। ये आंख मचोलिया बाद में खेलेंगे। Even you are in heaven and you will enjoy the God creation. I will bring you down again on earth. कि तू अपने दिल से करेगा तो कुछ और होगा, मैं लेके आऊंगा तो फिर वो बात नहीं बनेगी। Yes? Okay, then every time when you feel you can go take a break, okay? So today we talk who brought a Christianity in this world, Alison?
Who brought Christianity?
Who brought it? कौन अबू बकर
Tell him.
कौन ईसाइयत को कौन किसने मजहब बनाया अबू बकर साहब
पॉल ने बनाया
हैं जी जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद इसका पहला नाम क्या था
पहला नाम।
अच्छा किसने ओके अली भाई अच्छा तुम बता
जी पेत्रस उसको कहते हैं जी सॉल।
हाँ और बाद में उसका नाम क्या हुआ
पॉल।
पॉल ये किसने रखा
ये जिब्राइल ने जी।
हाँ जी ये नाम जिब्राइल ने रखा सो व्हाट यू से एलिसन
Tell him that he wrote Paul. She also said Paul.
Paul and what was his Jewish name
Solomon.
Saul.
Saul.
Saul yeah this was his Jewish name no? And his new name was a Paul given by Archangel Gabriel. How many archangels we have in the capital of paradise?
12 करोड़
6 million.
12 करोड़
You sitting so near and give me wrong answer.
12.
इतना नजदीक हो के गलत जवाब
12 करोड़ जी हर एक के नीचे 12 करोड़।
12 अबू बकर साहब कितने हैं
यीशु 12 करोड़ है अपना आर्क एंजल 4
नहीं आर्क एंजल 12 करोड़ है
आर्क एंजल 12 करोड़ जी
फिर उनके एक एक के नीचे 12 करोड़ फीस
12 करोड़
फिर उनके एक एक के नीचे 12 करोड़ ये सिलसिला इतना है कि कोई कंप्यूटर इसको
सेव नहीं कर सकते
सेव नहीं कर सकता How many archangels we have, Alison?
How many archangels we have? God has.
Special archangel. Who create?
Special.
Who create?
Maybe 12 million.
How many?
12 million.
Very good. And under them, each is 12 million. Then again, each of them individual 12 million. This continually, only God knows how far these numbers is ending actually. That's only white light word. So I want to tell you that next time I want to make a test. What did we learn last time? I'm talking to you. Alison.
Yes.
We have learned until now, first was our class in a school. What I teach you, yeah?
Yeah.
That Jesus has no authority whatever to bring him in paradise. Okay? This was so I will ask you, and Jesus is not a creator, so I'm going to ask you some question next time. And then we will talk that Jesus is not the only begotten Son of God. There are many. This I was teaching. Remember?
Yes.
This word. Okay. And then we were talking about that Jesus is a physical son or spiritual son of God. And we learn about this thing. Last time I was giving you lecture, and then we will ask. I'm going to ask you that Jesus' pray was not enough. And Jesus was asking his follower to pray together. So this cup should pass and he should not get the cross actually. And because before Christian asks you by Bible question, you have to know the answer. And I hope you are writing, no?
Yes, sir. I got it.
You are writing or she is also writing?
She got the Bible. I'm writing.
Yeah, Bible.
Now we will talk that in Bible, if Jesus is born without father, there are many in Old Testament who born without father. We will bring the evidence. Okay? Mhm. So shall we start, or I can give you another day too, that's no problem. Because this was too much today for you.
This is fine. We can carry on.
Okay, okay, then we start.
Yes.
Christian give the evidence that Jesus is the only one who born without father. This is what Christianity stuck. But now we're gonna read Old Testament. There are many born in Old Testament without father. So,
Yes.
ईसाई कहते हैं कि ईसा अब इनके ये भी बहस ले लेते हैं कि वो बिन बाप के पैदा हुआ, लेकिन तौरात बताती है बहुत से हैं जो बिन बाप के पैदा हुए. He is not a special case. Okay. But before we go there, Christianity believes that Jesus was the only one who brought dead people alive.
Yes.
That's what Christianity believes. So we will study today about this matter in Bible. वो कहते हैं कि ईसा ही था जिसने मरे हुए को जिंदा किया. अब हम तौरात की तरफ जाएंगे तो वहां पता लगता है और भी नबी हैं जिन्होंने मुर्दों को जिंदा किया. Okay. So let's start it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start. So let's start. So let's talk about this. We know that Jesus make it that people became alive, yeah? Okay, now let's talk about Old Testament. पुराने अहदनामे में देखते हैं और कितने नबी हैं जिन्होंने मुर्दे जिंदा किए.
जी.
Okay. This book is a Salatin, King II, I think, yeah? Salatin, chapter 4 and verses 35. ये आपके पास तो बाइबल नहीं होगी अबू बकर साहब?
जी मेरे पास नहीं है, लेकिन मैं ये वीडियो से देख लूंगा.
मैं आपको बस ना वो कॉपी पेस्ट कर दूंगा स्क्रीनशॉट करके ना.
जी मुझे कर.
मुझे नहीं बल्कि इनको करें कॉपी पेस्ट.
जी इनको मैंने कहा जी इनको भी कर दूंगा कॉपी पेस्ट आज जैसे वीडियो खत्म होता है.
चलो ठीक है.
ये दोबारा दोहराइएगा जी कि किंग कौन सा है?
Second King, I think.
Yeah.
Second King. Saladin second, yes. Chapter 4, verses 35.
Must she read it?
Verses 35.
35.
Second King 4:35.
4:35. Okay. Yeah, maybe you can tell
Yeah.
the
Then he got up again and walked once back and forth in the house and went up and stretched himself upon him. The child The child sneezed 7 times and the child opened his eyes. Then he summed. So the context is the child died. This is Elisha, and he resurrected the child. Right.
Can you read?
Can you, yeah.
Can you tell them which is?
Second King, Old Testament. The second book of Kings, 4:35 is where he resurrects the child.
Yes, you got it.
Ji?
Ji got it. Ji. उसने खोल लिया जी verse.
Yeah.
Can you read, please?
Can you read?
Then he came back, and after walking once through the house and back, he went up, stretching himself out on the child 7 times, and the child's eyes became open.
So he make a dead also. He was a dead child.
Yeah.
And he make him alive.
In verse 31 is written, Gehazi went on ahead and laid the staff on the face of the child, but there was no sound or sign of life. Therefore he returned to meet him and told him. So it tells that the child is dead. Verse 31, 4 verses 4.
Verse 31.
31 and 35. There we go.
Yeah, it only tells that the child is dead, so that people know the context.
Okay. तो अलियास, आप उसे अलियास कहते हैं अबू बकर साहब, ये कुरान इसको अलियास कहते हैं। वो बच्चा मरा हुआ था, इसने 7 चक्कर लगाए, आसमान की तरफ किया, मुंह खोल के इसने दुआ की, वापस आके लेट गया बच्चे के ऊपर और मरे हुए बच्चे को जिंदगी दे दी। तो ईसा का इसमें भी कोई कमाल नहीं है। So this prophet brought dead child back to life. इसे अलियास कहते हैं। कुरान इसका मतलब ये कहता है कि अलियास को रफ़ाउल्लाह अलैहि, इलियास का राफिया खुदा ने बहुत बुलंद किया था। वो नबियों से भी बहुत आगे वो खुदा की तरफ चला गया, उसका दिल अजीब ही था। Okay, so we got it, ना? अब हम let's check Hezekiel.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, हाँ जी। Hezekiel एक किताब है अबू बकर साहब। ये किताब
Is died. As
no.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, yes.
Yeah, Ezekiel. You know, in German, Urdu, and English, they have different pronunciations.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In English is?
So for me, it's Ezekiel, but it's with.
I can tell you.
Yeah, no, it's Ezekiel. Ezekiel.
Yes.
No, it's alright.
Yeah? Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Ezekiel. Yeah, genau. Ezek. Yeah?
Ezekiel.
Yeah, Ezekiel. Okay. So we come back. Ezekiel, we are coming here. Books, chapter 37 and verses 10.
Okay.
लो जी अबू बकर साहब, उसने 1 2 नहीं बल्कि हजारों मुर्दे जिंदा कर दिए।
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood on their feet, an exceedingly great army. Ah, yes. This is about the day of resurrection.
This is a chapter 37.
Yes.
And verses 1 minute. Where is this? 37 verses. Yes. Ezekiel is 1,000 old dead people make alive.
Yes.
Okay. Can you read, Alison?
Yes. And I gave the word at his orders, and breath came into them, and they came to life and got up on their feet, a very great army.
Yes.
मतलब पूरी फौज खड़ी कर दी जी, मरी हुई फौज को खड़ा कर दिया उसने.
हाँ जी, हमारे से चार पाकिस्तानी नहीं खड़े होते हैं. इनकी सारी नस्ल को मैं खड़ा करूंगा, थोड़ा सा सब्र करेंगे. अच्छा जी, ये मुन्ने कहीं ना कहीं फंसेंगे. वो कहते हैं ना 100 दिन चोर का तो एक दिन शाह का. तो इनकी नई नस्ल ये फंसेगी. चाल हमने बुन दी है. So Islam, second generation, third generation, they all gonna come. अच्छा जी, वो कल एक और शख्स, वो इसका हवारी है, वो भी आ गया. उसका नाम मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. उसको अपनी किताब भेजनी है, ठीक है
जी, मैं भेज दूँ.
तो ये शाहिद साहब की मेहरबानी है. वो मैं बाद में आपको पैसे बता. चलो जी. हाँ, अब तो गिरी हाय अल्लाह. Okay, now we talk about King Solomon first.
King Solomon.
Solomon book first, chapter 17. Yes.
I've got the Song of Solomon.
It says Song of Solomon, right? It's the same chapter.
Yes, we will see. He should. Yes, Song of Solomon. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
First 17. 17 chapter. 17 chapter. And verses, I think 22.
1722, Song of Solomon.
Alaya.
Okay, we have to still look for the chapter because here we got different chapters.
It only ends at chapter 8.
Yeah, it's only maximum of 8 chapters.
This is book, first book, Solomon. First books, 17 chapter. Chapter is 17.
Right?
It's Old Testament, right?
जी Old Testament. सलातीन बादशाह 1, सलातीन बादशाह की किताब 2, तो ये पहली किताब है.
Salatin
Kings
1.
1.
हाँ जी.
Yeah, Kings 1. There we go.
Okay.
Now we got it.
Okay, so chapter
17,
17,
verse 22.
verses 22.
Alison, I am more Christian than you.
Sorry.
I am a more closer fan of Jesus than you, actually.
So, what was the Bible verse?
17 chapter.
No, which book?
First
Kings 1.
Kings.
King. Yeah, King. Yeah. I say Solomon, yeah, King. King 1, King 2, yeah, okay.
17 what?
And
22.
32.
Chapter verses 22.
22.
22.
Yes.
Lord.
And the Lord listened to the voice of Elijah, and the life of the child came into him again, and he revived.
No.
Mm.
Can you read anything? For you is very important.
Okay. And the Lord gave ear to the voice of Elijah, and the child's spirit came into him again, and he came back to life.
लाया ने भी मुर्दा जिंदा कर दिया.
तो हमें लगता था कि हमने बाइबल पढ़ी है, आज लग रहा है हमने पढ़ी नहीं.
हाँ. दूर के ढोल सुहाने होते हैं, नजदीक आओ तो फटने लगते हैं. मैं इनके बड़े बड़े आदमों के पास बैठा हूँ, अपना इस्लाम, they are great scholar and professor, but when they sit down with me and study with Quran, they say to me, we are reading this verses first time. कहने लगा कि ये तो मैं आयत पहली दफा पढ़ी. So I don't know how they read Quran or how they read Bible. So आप लिखते जा रहे हैं ना?
जी सर.
ठीक है. इसको जरूरत है. Ellison need more. Yeah. I mean you need more too. If you want to have South Africa mission, then you need to.
जी, we copying, we writing in Urdu and English.
One time I asked, one Hindu was telling me, look how many marriage Muhammad did. 9, 13. Shame. I say, I want to ask you some question. Did you know how many marriage women Krishna has? He said, I don't know. 16,909. तो मोहम्मद तो बड़े पीछे रह गए बेचारे. यहाँ पहुंच गए तो हमें उन्हें बेचारा कहना पड़ता है. क्या करें? बेचारा. गरीब रह गए. 9,1609 कृष्ण की बीवियां थी. तो मैंने कहा तुझे शर्म करनी चाहिए मोहम्मद की 13 बीवियों पर तो चढ़ा. ठीक है. 16,909 women, 8 or 9. He said, I don't believe you. I said, look your book. Now, Ellison, you know, I know, if I have a 16,000 women, it is impossible to contact or engage with them. Impossible. There is nobody in this. क्योंकि अबू बकर साहब 16,909 बीवियां हों तो आपको कितना वक्त चाहिए कि 1 घंटा या 2 घंटे दे सके बीवी?
सारी जिंदगी नहीं हो सकता.
हाँ.
At least women can also have as much men as they like.
Yeah, this is the only way it work out.
Yeah.
If women can have also as how much man as they want, wish.
In the Mahabharata, it is written, Arjuna and his 4 brothers had all the same wife. So one wife had 5 men, husbands.
In the Hindu.
In Hinduism.
I mean, in Europe, we talk about equal right. Then women ask, okay, I want to have equal right too.
Yes.
What you gonna say to her? यहाँ कहते हैं कि बराबर के हुकूक मिले. अब बराबर के हुकूक तो फिर औरत भी मांगती है. जी. Imagine, in the verses in Quran is written, Gläubiger kriegt believer. Sorry, I'm speaking German. गेर लगाने पड़ते हैं जुबान के. Believer will get according to their belief actually. But Quran saying, but believer will get male. Female will also get. Okay. Now their belief is in Hadith, man will get 72, 73 women. Beautiful. According to Quran is saying, which is the foundation of Islam, women will also get same. So let's say, for example, na, Abu Bakr or let's say Atar get, before he was in Islam, na,
Yes.
he gets 73 beautiful female. And then Atar find out that Ellison get also 73 beautiful men. So what gonna happen then?
Yeah, jealousy.
Yeah, it's
I'll be jealous. Yeah.
लो जी अबू बकर, आपकी इस्लामी बिलीफ अकीदे के मुताबिक कुरान कहता है जो उनकी फाउंडेशन है, मुहक्कम आयात है, जो ईमान वालों को मिलेगा वो ईमान वालियों को मिलेगा
जी
अब अकीदा इनको 73 हूरें मिली और औरत को मिली 73 हसीन मर्द, तो फिर क्या होगा जन्नत में? What will happen in paradise?
There's
जी
one story
Just
in,
Oh,
it would be
there's also one story in the Hadith where
What?
one woman goes to Muhammad and she says, Muhammad, look, my husband beats me. I have a black eye and many injuries from him, and now you're telling that I will be with him forever in paradise.
no, this was a story like this. She says, he make my life hell.
Yes.
वो औरत आई, उसने मोहम्मद से कहा इसने मेरी जिंदगी जन्नत में बना दी है. Now you are talking that he will get 73 most beautiful women. And what I will get?
Yes.
Okay, she was expecting Muhammad say 73 most beautiful men. Yeah. अच्छा, उसने कहा मुझे क्या मिलेगा, इसने मेरी जन्म यही बना दी जिंदगी, इसको 73 हूरे, तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? उसकी सोच ये थी कि तुझे 73 सोने सोने बंदे मिलेंगे. Muhammad said, no, he gets 73 most beautiful women and you will get him back again. तुझे वहां भी ये मिलेगा. She was so angry. She says, this is a help for me that I will get him again back actually. Yeah? I'm until here in this life. And then next life in paradise, I see him again, this evil man. That I will get him back. She said, and I don't want to follow such a religion. उन्होंने कहा मैं बात आई ऐसे मदद से फिर, हाँ? ठीक है. So now I know the nature of Muslim. Here he will get, for example, actually they don't get anyone. I'm telling you.
yeah.
They're hanging around in the hell actually. Yes.
Hmm.
But they will get most ugly women, you know. चुड़ैल मिलेंगी वहां पे उनको. चुड़ैले. तो लोग समझ ले, you Aftab was before Muslim, you are Muslim, yes?
Yeah.
And here you are happy, you looking your wife and you say, look, I got a reward, 73 most beautiful women, yeah? And after this, angel say, wait a minute. Now the Muslim women get most beautiful, unique value men. What's going to happen to the Muslim men then? Then war is destination in paradise is only question of time. वहां तो जंग छिड़ जाएगी फिर क्यों जी?
ये शरीयत नाफिज हो.
मेरी बीवी के साथ 73 मेरी बीवी के साथ, my wife 73 gonna make a one night standby, yeah?
Yeah.
Or make a play around, yeah? Muslim man gonna go in the hell. This is a reprogram, a war actually.
Yeah.
आपको पता है ये कितना हसद है इनका.
जी
Now Europeans say equal right, and paradise, angels say billion times more, each have a equal right. What's going to happen then? What you going to do then? So this will be most terrible time for Muslim men.
Yeah.
I know the European man, what they're gonna say. They, for example, I'm just killing you, joking. They say, okay, they're the most beautiful woman, but they will say, oh honey, I know you got also 73, but please don't forget me. I still love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened to Muslim? They're gonna say, इनकी पैराडाइज क्या है? हाजी ने मलक साहब की हूर को छेड़ दिया. हैं जी? हाजी साहब ने आंख मार दी. मदद साहब मोमिन की हूर को भगा के ले गए. Yes? What is their paradise? First, they will not accept it that their women get 73 men. This is a Quran teaching.
They even want to kill you when you only mention it.
Yes, they only kill you if you look at their woman actually. Yes. And that my woman has now 73 beautiful men, and she going one of beautiful men vacation and another paradise. And she come to your female come to you and say, dear, I'm going for 4 weeks vacation. This Mr. Such an angel who God gave me. How you gonna feel? So now I'm talking to you. You can handle everything if your first love and last love belong to God. You only can handle if your first love and last love belong to God. अगर आपकी पहली आखिरी मोहब्बत खुदा के साथ होगी फिर बर्दाश्त कर लेंगे. सितारों से आगे जहां और भी है, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी है. अगर वहां पे 73 आपकी बुढ़ी को मिली और आपने नाक मुंह चढ़ाया तो वहीं से ठुड्डा मार के पीछे फेंक देंगे. If your love is not belong to God, first love, second, and the last love, and you will say, no, God, I don't want my woman get 73 beautiful men. Angel gonna kick your butt and throw you in the middle down dimension. Go over there. And there will be many tests. Many tests. What you gonna do then? Every time you get a block, yes? Your love is not complete with God. तुम्हारी मोहब्बत भी कामल ही नहीं है. They will say, sorry, you not belong to this paradise. You cannot be integrated in this system. And they're gonna throw you back. Yes. When I was a young man, you saw my picture?
Yes.
How it looks. Amazing things happened to my life when young woman, beautiful woman came near. आप सुने कि अबू बकर साहब ये बड़ा लेसन है लर्न करने वाला.
जी जी जी
आपने फोटो देखी कितना हसीन आदमी था.
जी बेशक.
जैसे मूवी. जब यूरोपियन कोई लड़की नजदीक आई, when some young beautiful girl came near, she said, hey, hi, how are you? I say, hey, hi, how are you? And then she said, oh, what is your hobby? Okay, we talk. Then she said, you have a time? Yes. I say, yes. Especially for females, you have time. And after we meet, she said, I like you. वो कहने लगी मैं तुझे पसंद करती. I say, I like you too. I also like you. After a while, time passed by. She said, you know, I feel like I love you. I say, I love you too. फिर कुछ और वक्त गुजरा. Then more time passed by. She said, oh, you know what, many things I don't like about you. कुछ चीजें हैं पसंद नहीं आती मुझे. मैंने कहा, for example, yes, you're spiritual in God, and you know, you give more time to God and teaching. Yeah? Yes. You spend more time for God, giving teaching, and you don't have a less time for me. Okay. After time passed by, she said, you know, it is better we say goodbye. I say, okay, we goodbye. She said, then we better finish it here. I said, we better finish it here. So what I have done, she liked me, she loved me, she felt I'm giving more time to God. She said me goodbye. Nothing happened to me. Because my first love and last love was they belong to God. You understand me?
Normally we men get out of balance when
Balance, yes.
when women leave us, and then we cry, and it's really hard. But not when God is your first love. When God was always your first priority.
And treat your wife the way you want she treats you. Okay? अपनी औरत से ऐसा सलूक करो जैसे तुम चाहते हो वो तुमसे करे. These Muslim are most evil women, people. Their wife is beside them and they look at other young women, yes? That's only the look at her. But seldom happen, woman has, how you call this thing, cover? Yeah, and then and she's not looking this man. He said, in German we say, was hast du geguckt?
What did you look at?
What are you looking?
Yeah.
She said, I don't look nothing. मैंने किसी को नहीं तूने उस बंदे को देखा कितना
बहुत जुल्म है, बहुत जुल्म।
बॉस
Where can she look at when she can only see like this?
yes तेरी आंखें हर औरत के जिस्म पर पड़ रही हैं और कहते हैं औरतें पर्दा करें तू क्यों नहीं पर्दा करता yes और बेचारी उसने गलती and the poor woman maybe she don't look at man she was looking right now तूने you have seen this man and then when they go home Muhammad saying in Quran did Muhammad take her in the room and teach her lesson. First you say that and she don't follow, then beat her. And beat her like this that nobody find out. That means I gonna put the pillow. Yeah?
Pillow.
Yeah, pillow. And then I hit you. That means outside nobody see, but inside he can break your bone actually. Can you imagine this is a God teaching? कि तीन दिन के लिए उन्हें कमरे में बंद कर दो फिर बात ना आए तो उसको मारो
जी ऐसा लिखा
No matter what you do, women always have to have two people for evidence, and men can put you in front of judge like this.
Yes.
Their voice is enough. Their own voice. Yeah. Who is at home when he beats you? I mean, yeah. Don't count in Sharia law. All women are only half of a man, so he will be always in the advantage, and women will never get justice.
Yes.
So this time is over that woman gonna continue behind the man. ये बात गया अब
जी बिल्कुल
और सबसे ज्यादा दुख किसको होगा मुसीबत किस पे आएगी कि औरतें आगे और मर्द पीछे किसको होगी तकलीफ who will feel more pain and suffering that woman is front and man is behind what do you think who will man
मौलवी तो माने जी
yeah among of man is there is somebody else too who will feel most pain in the religion founder Muhammad
Yes.
मजहब के जो ये बानी है उनमें से whoever will feel most pain is Muhammad yes I can tell you about me if she look at I said go ahead if you feel you can talk yes this is normal actually yes Jesus I saw in paradise yes he don't care if he's somebody female Jesus walk silence and walks he don't say what you're talking why you talking actually we need such a tolerant people actually ईसा इब्ने ज़करिया की कोई हसीन तो वो कोई बात कर रहे हो तो वो खामोशी से आगे चले जाते हैं ताकि बात करने का मौका मिले ऐसे लोग पैराडाइज में रह सकेंगे
गोरे हैं ऐसे तो
हैं जी
गोरे हैं बिल्कुल ऐसे तो आप तो गोरों की बात इतने खुले डुले तो गोरे लोग हैं जी
हाँ जी और फरिश्ते गोरों से खरबों आगे है. अब बताएं क्या होगा. On the angel are much more integrate or tolerant, a million times more than Western society. What gonna happen to you? Many times I say to Moses, when your wife will come, I want she give me massage. I say to Moses,
I never acted like that.
मैंने कहा अबू बकर साहब जब तेरी बीवी आएगी तो पहले मसाज दिया करे. तो कहें I will ask her. No, you don't need to ask her. I will ask her. Yeah. हाँ जी. क्योंकि जो जहाँ से where come the trouble actually. जहाँ से ट्रबल शुरू होती है वो औरत के हसद से होती है. ठीक है. Where the trouble begin is a jealousy, right?
Yes.
Even a woman don't do anything, so it gets jealous. But I think Muslim will not. They will get crazy because every time I speak, they get mental sick. वो पिछला वाक्य पढ़ा होगा वो आपने you have put on the YouTube. I was talking about my wife.
Yes, yes.
Yes. सुना है जी?
जी.
हम किसी और के नहीं सुनाते, अपने ही सुनाते हैं पहले. ये मर जाएंगे, खप जाएंगे, कहेंगे पागल नबी है. लेकिन हम आपको तैयार कर रहे हैं उस दुनिया के लिए कि उस जन्नतों में ऐसी हरकतें ना करना. But we are preparing you in paradise. You have to be very careful. Yes. And Moses traveled, he fly, and he was many beautiful spiritual world in paradise, and he made women, but their woman behavior is very different.
And I really, you look at them, and this is like love on the first sight.
And after this,
Yeah.
without telling you name, without telling you who they are, they just disappeared. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gonna go to police? I'm in love. आपसे थोड़ी लम्हात की मोहब्बत थी, ना उसने नाम बताया, ना कोई काम बताया, उसके बाद वो गुजर गई. वहाँ पुलिस को रिपोर्ट कराएंगे कि मेरी बीवी भाग गई. My wife is run away. Yes. There was a few moments. Yes. Problem, ignorance is we never came to know how angels live. काश ईसा इब्न ज़करिया बताता फरिश्ते कैसे रहते हैं तो इनके 14 तबक रोशन हो जाते. Yes. If Jesus would describe how angels live. Now, अब देखेंगे वो Jewish came, they say this one woman, she was married with 7 men or 9 men. One day she married again, one day she married again. So she had 9 men. Now in the spiritual world, who she belonged to? Jesus giving answer, we will live like an angel.
Wow.
If we will live like an angel, then tell the system of angel.
Yeah.
Tell how angels live. Yes. बता भी फरिश्ते कैसे रहते हैं.
Many Christians concluded from this verse when Jesus said we will live like angels that they will not be married anymore and they don't need any partner in spiritual life.
No.
But this confusion only came because he only said you will live like angels. But he never explained how angels live.
Angels make a partnership that you belong to me, I belong to you for 1 month, for 2 weeks, for 6 months, for 1 year. for 2 years. Or if you get it late, then goodbye, because she going next paradise. Yeah. If I get it late, then she saying goodbye. No jealousy, no fight, no argument. कि जब मुझे नूर मिल गया मैं चली जाऊंगी खुदा हाफिज, और तुझे मिल गया तू चला जा। तो 6 महीने का कहते हैं, 6 महीने के लिए हम एक दूसरे को कबूल करते हैं। कोई मौलवी नहीं, कोई कुछ नहीं, कोई एंजल कहता साल, कोई मुद्दत मुकर्रर कर लेते हैं। Who brought this system in Islam? Who brought this system in Islam such a way?
Muhammad.
No.
Moses.
Eh?
Moses.
No.
Gabriel.
This system was introduced in Islam. हाँ जी, अबू बकर साहब, किसने इसको इंट्रोड्यूस किया?
ये कौन सा, ये मुद्दत वाला हुजूर?
नहीं, ये इसके 6 महीने की शादी करो साल की,
ये अहले तशरीह वालों ने किया हुआ है। उन्होंने किया मता के नाम से ना।
जी।
मता के नाम, मुतातुन निकाह।
बीते क्या कहते हैं?
मुतातुन निकाह।
मुतातुन निकाह। The Shia make.
Shia?
Yeah.
What kind of teaching?
Mata means short time marriage.
एग्रीमेंट।
Agreement. अच्छा, उसने कैसे कर लिया? उसको किसने बताया था? Who tell Ali this mata is possible?
ये अली ने बताया होगा, जो बाद में थे।
जी।
मोहम्मद
नहीं जी, क्या कहा?
मोहम्मद ने कहा होगा जी अली को, या अली को जिब्राइल ने?
नहीं जी, पहले तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल Ali say, Muhammad say, you cannot see God. Ali say, I made God. I saw God. You can see the details in criminal act of Prophet Muhammad. So when Ali say, I saw God, I made God, you know what Muhammad did? He ran to mosque in Medina. Bhaga masjid ki taraf Muhammad. Allahu Akbar, emergency call, special meeting. Now, Ali thought Muhammad will tell that Ali have seen God. But when he went in the mosque, he says, oh believer, nobody can see God. And after me, there is no prophet. And now Ali got a blackout. अली ने कहा कि मैंने देखा है खुदा को, और मोहम्मद कहते थे नहीं देख सकता। तो मोहम्मद भागे मस्जिद की तरफ, इमरजेंसी अल्लाह अकबर की आगे लोग, कहा ए लोगों, खुदा को कोई नहीं देख सकता।
And actually this is contradiction, because Quran, God has at least one head and one hand. It is written that God has one head and one hand, and that his head will be after day of judgment.
And then Muhammad said there is no prophet. So later on Muhammad told Abu Bakr, Umar and everybody, you have to take care that Ali don't take place. As a successor, ये खलीफा ना बन सके। तो अली की तो वही फूक निकाल दी मस्जिद में। Ali air was out in the mosque actually. Unexpected. उसे पता ही नहीं लगा। वो ये समझा कि शायद ये कहेंगे कि देखो अली ने खुदा को देखा। So if you have a chance, Alison, criminal act of Prophet Muhammad, you should read the story of Ali. Ali.
I send it to Muhammad the book.
आप सुने ना अबू बकर?
Yeah.
Ali की फूक निकाली। So when Ali say mata, short time marriage, so his son Hassan and Hussein, they follow this mata. उन्हें पता लग गया था ये है क्या? Because angel told them it's possible. Short time marriage. Only what happened in Christianity, they says in the marriage time, we are a partner until death make us separate. That means after death, we are no more partner.
Yes.
So if Jesus would have tell the whole truth about angel, we was living in the world of God. We know how angel live. So who make a schleier in Islam?
Veil.
Eh?
Veil.
Veil. Who make a veil in Islam that woman has to
What?
cover? है जी?
Hazrat Umar.
उसने तो किया है, लेकिन पीछे कौन था? अबू बकर साहब, ये पर्दा ये किसने कराया?
ये तो जी मोहम्मद साहब ने करवाया
है जी?
जी मोहम्मद साहब ने करवाया ना ये पर्दा
नहीं, इसमें ज्यादा हाथ था उमर का।
Yeah.
जी
ठीक है, अच्छा, लेकिन एक बात मोहम्मद ने नहीं बताई।
Uh,
One thing Muhammad did not told.
what?
Who give Muhammad press Muhammad to say that it has to be veil?
Umar.
नहीं, behind the curtain. पर्दे के पीछे, behind the curtain. Muhammad and Umar made possible, but who was behind the curtain who pushed Muhammad to make a veil? कि पर्दा करा।
Jinn creation.
Jinn creation.
जिन
Jinn creation. Jinn creation. Angel did not do anything. Jinn says, but Jinn says something more. What Muhammad did not do it. Jinn creation ने कहा कि औरत को भी पर्दा करा और तुम खुद भी पर्दा करो। अच्छा, वो पर्दे के पीछे ना वो अपना जिनसी ताल्लुकात रखना चाहते, चेहरा नहीं दिखाते। So jinn creation say to Muhammad, women should take a veil and man should take a veil. In both. In South Africa, you know, Alison, when they have a festival, man and woman take a veil. You have?
Yeah.
In the Zulu culture.
In a Zulu culture, yes.
Yeah, beautiful. And then they make a love, but they make a love with this mask. That's a jinn creation.
And there's also one story, I don't know which book, that jinns attacked Muhammad.
Yes.
Because of this reason, because he only took veils for women, but not for men.
अच्छा जी, I explain अबू बकर। अच्छा जी, जिन्होंने कहा कि मोहम्मद औरतें भी पर्दा करें और मर्द भी पर्दा करें, वो लगा लिया करें। यहाँ यूरोप में कहते हैं खानीवाल। We call a carnival culture when both have cover and they dance and drink. Yes.
Yes.
तो उन्होंने कहा, जिन क्रिएशन ने कहा कि ये भी पर्दा करें और तुम भी पर्दा करो। जब तुम यानी कि जब सोने लगो एक दूसरे से, तो ना उसको पता लगे तू कौन है, ना तुझे पता लगे वो कौन है। तो वो उनके मेले बड़े लगते हैं जिनों के। जिन क्रिएशन have all the time festival. What kind of festival you say?
Zulu.
Zulu. Yeah, they always make a love with a mask.
Yes.
But what Muhammad did, he followed the half truth. He said women should take a veil, but men don't need it. From that day, jinn creation is rebellion, and they're making many war in spiritual world with Muhammad. तो उसने आधा अमल किया। While Muhammad, they say we're going to help you only when you follow us. हम तेरी मदद जब करेंगे। फिश्नो ने कहा क्यों मदद मांगता है जिन क्रिएशन, लेकिन इसने फिर भी दी। तो उसने कहा आदमी और औरत दोनों, क्योंकि उनके मेले लगते रहते हैं जिन क्रिएशन के, तो वो मास्क चढ़ा के एक दूसरे से प्यार मोहब्बत करते हैं। तो मोहम्मद ने आधा काम किया, औरतों को पर्दे करा दिए और आदमियों को पर्दे नहीं कराए। उस दिन से आज तक आलम अरवा में जब भी जिनों को मौका मिलता है वो मोहम्मद पे चढ़ाई कर देते हैं, मोहम्मद की रूह की दुनिया। Whenever they have a time opportunity, they in my book, I don't know which book is.
I have to take a look.
Jinn creation attack Muhammad in spiritual. वहां भी जंगे हो रही है। जिन क्रिएशन जो है वो माफी नहीं करती। तो अगर आप सोचें, let's talk about अगर मर्द और हम मुसलमान, क्योंकि मैं भी उधर से ही आया हूँ, मास्क चढ़े रहते और खूब मजे लें तो जिन कायनात बड़ी खुश होती है। तो फिर इस्लाम सबसे बड़ा जॉली मजहब होता है, क्या कहते जी? वो प्यारा मजहब होता है, किसी को पता ही नहीं किसी का, ऊपर उसने आधा कर दिया। So if Islam would have a man and woman both have a veil and making love, nobody know who is who, Islam would be more tolerant religion actually.
Yeah.
And angel was saying not to ask help from jinn creation. The will of angel, he took it. So there are many things, is a question in our life actually. And in Europe, women ask me very simple way. They say, if man can have more women, then why I cannot have?
Yes.
That's a question of society, right? Why I cannot have? Then I say, no. A man is superior, you know. They say, go to hell. Then they don't want to follow my teaching actually, yes? I'm living 21st century and I'm saying woman is down, man is. अब मैं उनको ये बताऊं, वो कहती कि अगर ये ले सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं ले सकती? अब औरत तरक्की कर गई है ना जी, आप उसको कैसे दबाएंगे? आप मुझे तरीका बता देंगे औरत को कैसे दबाएं? Yes? तो मैंने सोचा था, I thought that I would write one book, but I started book 3 pages of how angel live, but then God light came. God said, first write my books. मैंने शुरू की थी कि फरिश्ते कैसे रहते हैं, तो खुदा का नूर आ गया, कहा कि इस किताब को पढ़े कर, पहले मेरे मुतालिक बता, क्योंकि जब इंसानियत मेरे नजदीक आएगी तब बर्दाश्त कर सकेगी ये सब चीजें, उससे पहले नहीं होगी. God said, no, you should write on later on this system. Yeah. Okay, I think today we're not gonna go so far. I think with Ellison we better end up here. We can start next time, yes? Because I want Ellison, why you don't exchange with Marion, because she know many things. Maybe you can exchange with her, because when women talk to women, they feel more. Because she knows so many things, she gonna surprise you.
Okay. Will do.
लो जी, आपके हम रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं?
जी.
अच्छा.
I can send you her number if you want.
No, she has.
Ah, okay.
Yes. She got it.
I've got her number.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
have? You have her
Yes.
number. Alison, I ask you direct question. You go in paradise and you find out Atar is female. What you gonna do?
But
I don't know how to answer that.
she's gonna buy me Indian sari.
And then you find out you are more. You find out you are, how you gonna feel? And then you find out you are a male.
Oh. Then don't come close to me.
That seems to have.
The truth is very heavy. ये अबू बकर साहब, आप जाएं जिन, तुम्हें पता लगेगा कि किसी जमाने में आप औरत थे वहाँ पे.
वाह, मुझे तो बड़ा अजीब सा एक.
Actually, I will not talk about this matter so much. You ask Marion, she will explain you more.
Okay, I will.
She was shocked when I told. She said impossible, but I am a heart of God. Then they took her in heaven. They said, look what Zahid was saying. मैंने जब बताया तो वो हैरान हो गई, यानी नहीं ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. उसी रात जो आसमानी नूर हैं वो ले गए और उसकी बहुत सी पैदाइशें जो मुख्तलिफ जंतों में रह चुकी थी, कहा देख ये है तू. और फिर उसने अपने आप को मर देगा. Or she will not tell you one story, she will tell you hundreds, because she fly as an eagle and she go different dimension. She will make you speechless.
Mm.
So we should be ready for every surprise.
Mm.
जंतु में जाने से पहले हर हैरानगी आपको न जाने कितनी हैरानगियों से वास्ता पड़ जाए. सरप्राइजिंग दिमाग को पागल कर देंगे. ओहो ये क्या. Okay, so many surprises. But then I want to tell you something. I am the only human being in this creation. Nothing surprised me. मैं एक फर्द हूं कुल्ले कायनात में, कोई चीज मुझे हैरान नहीं करती. उसकी वजह क्या है? उसकी what is the reason? What is it?
मोहब्बत है खुदा के लिए.
Oh, खुदा ने मुझे, God gave me his own eyes. He gave me his own light. He gave me on his crown. I see with God eyes the whole creation. Nothing surprising. Even God said to me, I will take you in other eternity. And God was watching me. If I'm getting shocked, nothing made me shock. This religion, they will never discover God in this life and the next life. कभी भी ये डिस्कवर नहीं कर सकते खुदा को. हाँ जी. You know, two fox who live in the Brunei, in the what do you call it?
The two frogs in the well.
Frogs. दो मेंढक. I tell you this story and then we end up here. दो मेंढक कुएं में रहते थे. तो एक जो मेहमान ठहरा, उसने कहा रात लंबी है, कोई बात करे. I tell you same story, yeah. Listen, just 1 second. उन्होंने कहा, this I also told this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
Yes.
find it.
उन्होंने कोई बात करे. उसने कहा मैं जहां से आया हूँ वो पानी बड़ा ज्यादा है. तो वो जो मेंढक कुएं में रहता था उसने एक चक्कर लगाया, कहा इतना पानी. उसने कहा नहीं इससे ज्यादा. उन्होंने कहा और चक्कर लगाया, कहा इतना नहीं. उन्होंने कहा इससे भी ज्यादा. फिर वो चार दीवारी आ गई. उसने चार दीवारी का चक्कर लगाया. उसने कहा इतना पानी. उसने कहा नहीं इससे ज्यादा. उसने कहा तू झूठ बोलता है. ये मजहब वाले जो हैं ये बेवकूफ तरीन इंसान और जाहिल हैं, उस मेंढक की तरह. तो पहले वो जो मेहमान मेंढक था उसने कहा आप जरा हमारे साथ चलें. तो लेके चला. वो दूसरा मेंढक वो दरिया के करीब रहता था. ये मार्फत इलाही है. नहर मिल जाए तो दरिया की तलाश कर, दरिया मिल जाए तो समुंदर की तलाश कर, समुंदर मिल जाए तो फिर खुदा की तलाश कर. So what happened, Alison? There was two. Yeah, okay.
It's not long.
Okay, he will read for you.
Yeah.
Then we end up.
The story of the frog in the well. I want to give you an example for a better understanding. The following story tells how much knowledge religions and prophets have and how little prophets could convey to their own believers. A frog visited another frog that lived in a well. The frog of the well said to his visitor, "The night is very long. Let us exchange something special and valuable with each other." His visitor told him, "You will not believe it, but where I come from, there's much more water than here." The frog of the well made a circle around itself and asked, Is there so much water?" The frog answered, "No, there's much more than that." The frog of the well made a bigger circle and asked, "What about this circle?" His guest answered, "No, where I come from, there's much more water." The frog of the well made bigger and still bigger circles, but none of them was big enough. Finally, he made a circle along the wall of the well and said, "Do not tell me now that the water where you live is bigger than this well." The other frog said, This is nothing. You can never imagine how big the water is where I come from. The frog of the well said, this is impossible. You are a liar, because this is the border of the water. If you would not be my guest, I would throw you out from my well. The frog that visited him said, I live far away. If you will travel with me, if you will travel with me, you will find out that I not tell a lie to you. The water is so big there that it will bring your belief to burst. The frog of the well said, I want to go with you to see with my own eyes this phenomenon. Only then I will believe you. They traveled until they reached the river where the other frog lived. When the frog of the well saw the river, he got black out. After he had watched for a while the river, he said, I cannot believe that so much water exists. It seems like this water has no end. The other frog said, it is true what you say, but listen. One day another frog that lived at the sea has visited me. He has told me that the water where he lives is much bigger than the water of the river. I behaved like you and could not believe him because I was thinking that this river is the end of the world. The frog of the sea has taken me to his home. From that time on, I came to know how little I had known about water. How narrow-minded I was not to believe in the other frog.
You got it, this story, Alison? You got it. Remember what Jesus said in the mountain speech, blessed are those who are thirsty.
Yes.
They will receive the water of life. Now you are making foundation to have a light. You will go after this one paradise, you will grow up, then again other paradise, then again paradise. Every paradise will be surprising for you. And this means that religious people are very narrow-minded. Narrow-minded. They can take little bit truth, but not this truth. And the spiritual world gonna make you surprised. अब देखिए आप मेरे साथ जो चल रहे हैं वो रूह में नूर पैदा कर रहे हैं. आप जंतु से गुजरते जाएंगे, अगले नूर और ज्यादा होंगे और होंगे. न खरबों साल न ये सिलसिला बड़ा लंबा है. तो आपको एक हैरानगी से दूसरी हैरानगी होगी कि मैं कुएं में रहता था, अब सुए में रहता हूं, अब दरिया में. तो वो पिछली हालतों पे आप हैरान हो जाएंगे. इसे कहते हैं मार्फत इलाही. अभी तो इनको खुदा का कुछ पता नहीं. They do not know what is the surprising waiting for paradise. I ask you one more question. You meet in paradise Atar, for example, yes? And they are standing 100,000 Atar with same face. How are you going to find him? This is your Atar. Look, अबू बकर साहब, आप अपनी बीवी से मिलते हैं जिससे भी आप करते होंगे प्यार. आप वहां पहुंचे और वहां 1,00,000 आप जैसी जो बीवी होगी आप वो खड़ी हुई है. अब आप कैसे पहचानेंगे कौन कौन है?
बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा जी.
God make this clone. This clone he created not a million billion Atar, he created countless Atar. And then all standing in Atar form, how you gonna say this is my husband? आप बताएं, आप कहें वो करोड़ औरतें खड़ी हों जैसे वो अपना वो बकर साहब की बीवी है और वो कैसे बताएं कि कौन सी बीवी इनकी है?
उसके नूर से जी?
नहीं जी, वहां सब वो जो खड़ी होंगी उनके अजीब अजीब नूर होंगे, शक्ल आप जैसी होगी. और let's say you enter in this paradise, and in this paradise every time you meet one clone like Alison, and you will say, how Alison come here? And she say, I don't know you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
What's going to happen? And she will recognize, oh, the one he love or one he want, he look like me. Yes? But she says, oh, hi. You say, oh, Alison, come here. She say, oh, please. Then how you going to recognize? Same voice. I tell you, why God created with same clone so many people? So many. They are trilliarde other, trilliarde Moses, same clone.
Trillions.
Trillion Abu Bakr, trillion like me. You know how? What is the reason God created like this in paradise? Why? क्यों इतने किए कि आप जैसे खरबा कर दिए उसने अबू बकर जैसे? क्यों ऐसा किया?
So they can help.
कि हुजूर मोहब्बत की तलाश जो है वो मुश्किल ना हो जाए या जिससे मोहब्बत करते थे।
वाह, क्या बताएंगे आप नबी साहब?
उनमें से अगर कोई मार्फत इलाही को पा लेता है तो वो बाकियों के लिए मिसाल बनेगा जी।
चलो, what do you think? Why?
So they can help you with your spiritual growth.
Nine. Why God makes so many clones? आप जैसे खरबो, उनके जैसे खरबो, ताकि सबको आप एक निगाह से मोहब्बत करें प्यार। जिसको देखें वही अपना एलिसन जिसको देखे वो सभी एक, that everyone look like that you have to love all them.
Again.
That they make a clone God countless, like you, or like your child. So when you love your child, there are gonna be many clones. So you're gonna love every child same way. You don't know who is who. Every time you see another clone of your child, you're gonna think this is your child.
So you love everyone all the same.
फिर सबको एक जैसी मोहब्बत। जब वो कहेगी ना, when she said or he said, okay, I understand, but I'm a clone, but then you will say, oh my God, or you have a child and there's a many clone, then you have to love everyone like your child. Then, and I can give you last example. I think I'm gonna give endless example. I think we will finish it. One time I was in the hell. This story I also told. One time I was in the hell and I want to attack evil army. And suddenly on the one street I saw when Moses was young boy.
You mean Prophet Moses?
No, you Moses.
What?
You.
Oh, all right.
I saw when he was a child, I saw this Moses in one street. And when I saw this thing, I don't want to attack this evil army because I know they're gonna harm him. Yes. And then angel said to me, attack. This is not your Moses. This is a clone. You got it?
But this is not.
Yes.
We will tell this story. Yes. समझिए स्टोरी समझ लगी है? बताऊं उर्दू में?
जी समझ आ गई वाह।
Like she has a daughter and she loved her daughter. So Moses was small and I was evil army. I want to attack. But then I saw small street in dark Moses. And then I stop and I don't want to attack them, evil. And then angel said, this is not your Moses. This is a clone. What happened to me after this? Every time I hell go, I find many clones like my children. My heart became broken hearted. You got it? समझे आप? समझ गए? तो जब मैं हमला करने लगा उस बुराई की जो उस पे जहन्नम में, तो मैंने इस मोसेस को जो बच्चा था इसको देखा, तो मैं रुक गया। तो वो कहने लगे ये क्लोन है। तो जब भी अब मैं दोस्तों में जाता हूँ जितने मेरे बच्चे हैं इनकी शक्लों में मैं अपने बच्चों को वहां देखता हूं, तो मेरा दिल टूट गया। कितने मोसेस उजड़ गए। Yes, that's why when Joseph, when Jacob prophet was crying, yes, prophet was crying, and near the cemetery where the dead people goes, yeah, angel came. This story is in the books. Angel came and they say, Jacob, why you crying? He said, I lost my son Joseph, and I want to know he's still living or he died. Then angel said, that's okay. He went there where people bury, yes? He went there, and then he came and he says, what kind of name you tell your son? He said, Joseph. Yes, 17, I'm crying, my eyesight became blind. He said, Jacob, I went in this very place where many, Friedhof, you call it? Cemetery. Graveyard. But in this graveyard, I saw there trillion Yusuf got lost, and they all got Yusuf. Which Yusuf you are looking at? There are so many Yusuf has lost home actually, and they are in dark dimension. Which Yusuf you are talking actually? Yes. तो वो जब कहा ना, जो मैं ये कहानी है किताब में कि वो कब्रिस्तान के करीब याकूब रो रहा था, कहा वो फरिश्ते की उसमें आया, उसने कहा कि तू क्यों रोता है? बोलने का मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ ये जिंदा है मेरा यूसुफ के मर गया? बोलने का अभी पता कराता हूँ। वो गया, वापस आया, उसने कहा क्या नाम था? उसने कहा यूसुफ। उसने कहा याकूब को यहाँ तो करोड़ों यूसुफ खोए गए, खुदा के करोड़ों यूसुफ, तू किस यूसुफ की बात करता है? So God, angel say to Jacob, a million, billion, trillion Yusuf is existing and living in the hell. Which Yusuf you are talking? So last thing, Alison, if she see her daughter, for example, in dark dimension, she go there to help to bring her out, and then she see like her daughter face, clone. They are trillion, they are like your daughter. How are you gonna feel that? You're gonna be broken heart. You don't know. You don't know who is who actually. That's why we should think today we are helping mankind. Tomorrow when God will give us light, we also go down to help God's son and daughter.
Amen.
We will not gonna sit down in the heaven and like a Muslim concept actually. Muslim world is whole world is just only to get 73 women. This is their Islamic world.
Yeah.
I subdue light here. मैंने इसके सर पर आसमानी नूर देखा जी अभी। तो जी यहीं पे खत्म करते हैं। Alison, how many hours I was talking?
2.
1 hour 40 2 hours almost.
We end up here, I think. That's okay. And then we see next week.
Mohammed, can you send me this video and I can upload it?